Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to show you how to carry out basic GitHub functions using GitHub Desktop. We'll be talking about cloning a repository, adding a file, committing and pushing changes, merging a branch, collaboration, and merge conflicts. It is important to note that there are other GitHub clients, but we have chosen to use GitHub Desktop for this video. To start with, we create a new project. Go to your profile on the top right, then find repositories. In here, we see the New button, and clicking it allows us to create a repository. Give it a name, and make sure we add the README file. You can select a gitignore file just below. For this project, we'll pick Unity. We'll also make sure that our visibility is set to private. We can now create our repository. When working on a project, we need to clone it to our PC. Click Code, copy the link from your repository, then open GitHub Desktop. Go to File and Clone Repository. Then either you get your repository directly from github.com or go to your URL tab and paste your link. Choose a location on your PC where the files will be saved locally. Then hit Clone. GitHub Desktop will now clone and fetch the files from the repository onto the PC. If we actually want to work on it, we need to create a branch. Name it and press Create Branch. We use branches to not mess with the main files in our repository. Press Publish Branch to make it visible on github.com. If we look at GitHub, we'll be able to see our branch once we refresh. The branch should be a copy of the branch it was created from, which in this case was main. It is common practice and very important that we never commit to the main branch. On our PC, we should now be able to see our repository containing the .gitignore file and README files. The .gitignore file allows GitHub to know which files to ignore when pushing to avoid conflict down the line. And think of the README file as your instructions to the user. Next, let us try to work on the project. We'll do this by adding files to our local save, which in this case is a Unity project. Now we can push our local save onto our repository on GitHub. Name your commit and describe what changes you made, then press commit. We're now able to push our changes to GitHub. We can now see our commit on GitHub. Next, we're going to merge our branch onto main by clicking Compare and Pull Requests. Here it tells us that we can merge from new branch to main. It will now check for conflicts. No conflicts. This means we can merge our changes. Just remember to name and describe it. Now our changes are in the main branch. To add someone to our project, we'll head to Settings. Then click Collaboration, where we can add people. Just type in their name, click on them, then add them. The invite is now sent. If you've received an invite, you can check your inbox either on GitHub or by email. Once you accept, then you are then part of the project. Now we can clone the same repository. Let's do it through GitHub Desktop this time. Let's load up our project in Unity. Start by locating the folder in your repository. Then open it and install the fitting version of Unity. Now, let's try and cause a conflict. For this example, one commit has already been done and we are changing the same file here to cause a conflict. When we try to push it, it warns us that we are missing the changes. Click Fetch, then pull origin to fix it. It will then show us a conflict, which we need to resolve before pulling. By opening the file in Visual Studio Code, it will show you the local change above and the repository changes below. We can then accept current, accept incoming, accept both, or compare. For this example, we will solve it by accepting incoming changes, which are the changes from the repository. Then our conflict has been resolved and we can continue our pull. And this is our local file now. That covers the basics in how to navigate and use GitHub using GitHub Desktop. Thank you for watching.